Alabama Department of Public Health officials say the state's low vaccination rate is concerning. So far, just about 37% of adults in the state have gotten at least one dose. But the White House has a goal of 70% of adults vaccinated with at least one dose by July 4th. Dr. Karen Landers with ADPH says while we have seen COVID cases go down, the virus can still come back with a vengeance.
Takes a few cases to infect a few more people and really just get a mushroom effect, if you will, of cases. And my concern is for the fall and winter.
Says Alabamians getting vaccinated in other states and vice versa does not largely impact why vaccination rates are so low here.